Hello and good morning. This is Andy McCann, your host here on Fitness, Food, and Finance, where I'm trying to help you lay a firm foundation now so that you can live a great life today or in your 90s, or hopefully you live longer than that. We'll see, right? So today we're going to go over the CrossFit Open and, more importantly, the Intermural Open, which is what we're running here at the gym. So I need to explain it a little bit so you know what's going on. If you're not in the gym, it may not be exactly for you, except the Open is for anybody, but again, the Intermural Open is here in the gym. So if you're part of our Garage Fitness Online, so garagefitness.online, yes, you can enroll in the Open. Most of you guys were in the Garage Games competitions years ago, so get back into the competition. It's a lot of fun. So in order to do this properly, Caroline has written up a manual that I'm going to walk through, so you can see this here, and I will try to attach it to the email I'll send out, but I'm not entirely sure how that'll work. I don't usually attach stuff. I usually just link them. But in order to do that, what I really need to do is go over the CrossFit Open first. So understand this, the biggest thing for us as a gym, it's two things. One, the CrossFit Open, which is a competition, and the CrossFit Garage Intermural Open, which is simply for fun. And you can do both at the same time or one and the other. I would say do both, but that's me. If I had to pick, I would do the Intermural Open because it's going to be with the gym and it's going to be fun. So let me go over the CrossFit Open first. This is for newbies. If you have no idea what you're doing, you need to listen to this. Coaches, hopefully you can forward this out to any member who's asking. Members, find this, give it to friends. If you've got friends that want to come in and do this with us, totally fine. Let me know. I'll hook them up for the adventure, and it'll be a gift from me to you, okay? So the CrossFit Garage Intermural Open 2025 guide written by Coach Caroline. So thank you so much for putting this together. First thing, you know I'm horrible at reading, so I'm going to be pausing this, and then I'll pre-read it and then read it off to you. The Intermural Open's purpose is to create a fun and exciting way to participate in the CrossFit Open while competing with and against your friends. So again, it's a fun. The whole idea is fun. It is not about your score. It's about participating. We are going to divide you guys up into 2 to 4 teams, depending on the number of people that sign up, and we're going to score you with points to determine the winner. Again, for fun. It really has nothing to do with your score in the workout. So how to win? The team that wins is a team that earns the most points throughout 3 weeks of competition. Yes, it is a 3-week thing. So every Friday, starting in March, so March 1st, we'll do this is how you do the workout. We'll go over the rules and standards or whatever. And then on Saturday, we'll do the competition part. Actually, I think Friday night as well. We'll get to that. But understand, we are going to try to teach you to do well in these things, very specific and a very different feel at the gym for those 3 workout days, okay? So we're going to gain points. So this is what the scenario looks like. So February 24th is the first week. February 27th, the open workout is released. So we don't even know what the workout is until the 27th. So you're going to see the workouts for those 3 weeks be a little more loosey-goosey because they don't know what's going to be produced for Friday and Saturday for us to work out. So if they do, which they've done this before, they were like, hey, let's try to like figure out what it's going to be. And they programmed something like, it was like row, deadlifts, and double unders. And then the next day, the workout was row, deadlifts, and pull-ups. And everyone was like, oh man, we literally just did that in my back. So I think this year they're going to try to pull back on that. Anyway, so February 27th, so usually on a Wednesday, they release the workouts. I think it's noon, Pacific time, so that's like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever, our time. Okay, so February 28th, so that would be is that the Friday? Oh man, did I mess up the dates? Let me go look. I might have messed these dates up. Pause, hold on. Okay, this is not a leap year. That was my problem. So my bad, I'll have to adjust that. So it says February 28th, we during class, we're going to do skills during the regular class time. Now, that's not to say that you can't come in and work out. If you're like, I don't really care about any of this, I just want to work out, great. So come in at any class, we will work you out, or we will teach you how to do the workout so that you can come back in on Saturday. Our goal is that everybody do it on Saturday, but we're going to give you a 6 p.m. opportunity on Friday because we don't have a 6 p.m. class. So on Friday at 6 p.m., you can do the open right then if your schedule is kind of wonky and you don't want to come in on Saturday. But Saturday is the day to really be looking for. So right here it says February 29th. That's my bad. It should be March 1st, but whatever. February 29th, March 1st, the same thing. So we're going to run 2 heats, one at 9 a.m. So there's no normal class. We're going to do this. If you're in class, that's totally fine. It's a workout. You're going to have fun with it. And then at 10, we'll do another heat. So depending on the workout, we may have to change that up a bit because, again, we don't know what the workout is. They may say, hey, the workout is 3 hours of, and we're like, well, wait a minute. We can't. We have to readjust. More than likely, that's not what they do. It's usually about a 10-minute workout. Okay, so that'll happen. And then March 3rd, the next week starts, and then repeat that same whole process. So Wednesday, the workout comes out. That's the 6th. On the 7th, that Friday, we will do skills and drills. And then on the 8th is the main idea. Let's go and compete. So yeah, you do sort of want to redo your schedule so that your Saturdays are free, or at least the morning portion is free. If it's not, that is okay. If you can't come in Friday night, that's okay. My goal, so I went and got myself a judged certified, which that was a pain. So it took, I know what I'm doing. This is like the 15th year I've done it. And it still took me an hour to go through the whole judge process. So if you need a judge to come in and do your workout because you signed up, just let me know. I will make myself available. Or you could actually videotape yourself, not videotape, that doesn't exist anymore. You can video yourself on your device to and submit it that way. That's totally fine. You just upload it to YouTube, or if you don't know how, you can upload it to my YouTube. I'll show you how to do all that. Then we can submit that way. Most of us aren't going to win anything. That's not really the point. The point is actually finding yourself and seeing what you're doing over time. And I'm going to describe to you the entire CrossFit Open in a moment, but I wanted to go through what we're doing first. All right, then the same exact thing will happen March 10th. So we'll do all this stuff, and on Saturday we'll do the workout again. And then right now we're trying to plan on March 22nd, maybe doing an awards banquet. Maybe we might edit that one, but that's what it's going to look like for right now. Depending on just, the timing can always be off. I think there's some like spring breaks that are coming up, and I actually did not check, so that might be my bad. All right, so here's what we're going to do too. You can do this with a fee. So hey, you're on a team and you can pay $40. If you pay the $40, there's some things that come with it. If you're like, look, I'll be on a team, but I don't want to pay anything, that's fine too. You just won't get any of the other stuff. That's totally good. You're just there for the ride. You won't get a team t-shirt. So we tried to do a Forever Fierce t-shirt. We didn't get enough orders, so those got refunded. What we'll do here is one of those fun t-shirts where it's basically a really crappy cotton tee, just a white cotton tee or something like that, with one of those designs you just slap on and they send it out to you. So it's not going to be a sexy hot shirt that you wear for a very long time. It's just one that we'll use for the event and then for maybe laughs later on throughout the year. So it'll be a good little token reminder. There are divisions in the Open, and we're going to follow some of those divisions. So you've got men and women, RX and scaled. So there's 4 different divisions. Technically in the Open, there's masters and all that, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. All right, the workouts do have to be completed by Monday. So if you're in the Open, we have to turn the workouts in. So that's our cutoff as well. If you're doing this with us, you'll be done by Saturday anyway, so it's not a problem. We do have 24/7 access to the gym, so if you want to go do it on your own without anybody around, that's totally fine. We're going to trust you. This isn't about necessarily your score. It's about getting it done and doing it with friends and just having a great environment. It's fun to me to link people from like the 5 a.m. class to the 5 p.m. class and say, hey, y'all are very similar. You just will never meet because your class times. I love doing that, right? Friends meeting friends at different class times. All right, so the question then becomes, hey, well, how do I earn points? There's a lot of different ways to do that. Let me read through them, and then I'm going to tell them to you. Okay, so the first one, that might be a typo on my part as well. So you're going to earn points for doing the workouts. So if you do all the 3 workouts, you'll get 2 points. So just by doing them. If you sign up, complete the heat, sign up and compete in the heat, you'll get 2 points for participating, 10 points. So we are going to award you something if you come in first. And then 7 points for second and 5 points for third per division. There's going to be 1 point for wearing your CrossFit shirt to class. So that'll happen during the week. So show some pride or whatever. 1 point for checking in on Facebook or Instagram. We're basically doing something with social media. We're going to be a little bit flexible there. 3 points if you actually register for the Open on CrossFit's main page. That costs, I think, $20 and change. So it's like $25. Again, you don't have to. It's just extra points. It would help us out tremendously if you became a judge as well. So if you go to games.crossfit.com, you can register to be a judge. And it's basically, you just have to take a test, watch some videos. They tell you everything like, hey, this is what we're looking for. It does take quite amount of, I did it and it took me about an hour. So most of us, it's going to take an hour plus. Cause like I said, I've been doing this for a very long time. I skipped a lot of videos. Still took me some time. But if you do that, I think it's $10 to take the test with them. And you'll get 3 points for having the cert, and then 1 point for every time you judge an athlete. And so what is a judging? So typically the coach is watching you and they're like, hey, could you get me lower? Hey, could you go higher? So instead of giving advice and coaching you to do a better thing, in this case, you're just watching the rep. If they don't do it, it doesn't count. For example, if you're supposed to do a pull-up and your chin doesn't go above the bar, that's a no rep. And so you would just say, hey, no rep. And if they say why, yeah, then tell them we're a friendly group. Just tell them, hey, your chin needs to go above or something, right? It's usually pretty obvious. You do get 1 point per new PR or skill achieved. So if many times in the workouts they're like, hey, do a row and then do a max thruster, right? So there's a max lift or something. If you happen to hit your biggest lift ever, we're going to get you an extra point. Or, hey, it's bar muscle ups and you get them that day, you're going to get an extra point. So this is for you to push. And it's actually fascinating the number of people that do obtain a PR because of the thrill or push of people in competition. We're going to give you a point if you do an online review. So for the gym, that's super helpful, and I do appreciate it. If you do a Google review, an Instagram post review, I don't know how that would work, but it's something there. If you do what is it, Yelp? I know those, right? What is that? Facebook? So there's many ways to do a review. If you do that, let us know, and you'll get a point for that. Look at that. I like this. Hey, thank you. There's a point for if you purchase a drink or a supplement. Yeah, we'll give you a point. Why not? I love that. And then 2 points for, we didn't get so we did order, the new CrossFit Garage shirts, but we didn't have enough. So nobody's gonna get those points. And then again, right there, a point for every social media post you put in some garage merch. So yes, for sure on that one. So our goal is to make it fun, show people what you're doing, give you a reason to post some stuff. Some of you guys, I love it. Our gym's motto is we are happy, humble, helpful people who want to be healthy and fit now as well as in our 90s. And sometimes the humble with you guys is so big that nobody posts anything. This is a reason to post. You have a reason to help your team by posting a thing. Okay, so that is how we're running the Open. And then let me go through the CrossFit Open so you can see a little bit more about what you're actually getting into in terms of the event. Okay, so as I said, it starts that first week of March, so I think it's like February 27th or whatever. If you go to games.crossfit.com, click on the Open, you can read everything about it. But here is the highlights, right? It's a 3-week competition. We're going to be doing the workouts no matter what. Many of you are going to say, but wait, I can't go RX. Totally fine. So in this example I'm looking at and reading to you guys who are just listening, there are RX divisions, scale divisions, and then foundations. So for the Open, they keep it very open. Everyone can compete for sure. So in this example, they've got, it's pull-ups, double unders, thrusters, chest to bar pull-ups, double unders, thrusters, bar muscle ups, double unders and thrusters. You're like, wait a minute, I can't do bar muscle ups. That's okay. Many of us can't. And in these workouts, usually we can't complete them all. There's usually a time cap of some sort. So they're going to say, hey, you have 10 minutes to do this thing. Most of us never even make it to the bar muscle ups. So your score is just whatever you got until you got to the bar muscle ups. So totally fine. But there is a scaled option. So now they're saying, hey, the first one is jumping pull-ups, then single unders, thrusters, pull-ups, double unders, thrusters, chest to bar pull-ups, double unders, and thrusters. So the idea there then is you don't have to do nearly as skillful as a movement. And so you should be able to do at least round one. Now, if you're like, I'm not even sure I can do any of that. There's foundations where you're going to edit it down even further. So this time now, instead of pull-ups, we got bent over rows, jumping jacks, and thrusters. Jumping pull-ups, jumping jacks, thrusters. Jumping chest to bar pull-ups, jumping jacks, and thrusters. So again, this is something that, like I said, anybody can do, right? And they're getting videos of each of those movements, right? Okay, so let me scroll down on the, whoa, there we go. How do you compete? First, you'd have to sign up, do the workout, and submit a score. It is up to you to submit the score. I cannot, none of the coaches can submit your score. You have to do that if you go to the online version. When you put it into Wodify, it is not submitted. That is just for us. That's our system. If you're signed up and you've paid money for the Open, then you need to come back and do the Open. So let me show you some of what that will look like. Maybe if they let me do that. There you go. That, and that. Okay. So this is the CrossFit Opens page. And you just click register. So yeah, it's $20 plus there's a fee. You can order a shirt from them if you'd like to. So we didn't get our shirts. If you want one of their shirts, go ahead and order that puppy. Then they'll post a workout. So these are last year's workouts, of course, because we don't know what these are. There's always a description and the movement standards. You can print off a card, but it's going to give you the very big how-to. And again, on Friday, we're going to talk about how to do these things and strategy for either that night or hopefully on Saturday when everybody comes in. I actually have an adventure race planned in the middle of one of these, so this will work out well for me to do it like either early on Thursday to give you some tips or Friday before we go out and race, which would be dumb of me to do because we're going to go on a race, but whatever. And then this is where you would put in your score. So for example, if I looked up Andy, I can't spell a name right, Andy McCann. Oh, you know what? I think I might be in there as Andrew, maybe. That's funny. It doesn't have me. So let's try Andrew. Interesting. I'm not even on the board at all. What do I have to do? How would I find myself then? Searching, tags, RX. I did do them RX. Did do overall. And I would be in the men. I mean, I'd be the older guy. That's probably what it is. It's probably I was in the age group. Let's look for that. Age group. How old was I? Last year was 50 to 54. Oh, it was a good year for me then, right? And let's hit go. Well, I couldn't find me that way, so I just did a different way. This is my competition page, but you can go to that. So if you create an account, which you should, and it'll force you to, on the Open, then you can register right from there. So I'll click this sign up. And then since I own the gym, I can validate scores. This is where I validate. I don't enter your score. I validate your score. And let me see, manage my affiliates, view the profile. I want to manage like my own personal profile. Also, when you sign up, put yourself down as CrossFit Garage. Realize there is a gym out there called Garage CrossFit. So you just make sure you pick the right thing. Let's see. It won't. Oh, look, Akila's already registered. Way to go, girl. And I cannot find my own. Hold on, let me pause you guys and find it. Okay, I found the problem. I spelt my name wrong. I didn't hit the C button enough. So you can see in 2025, I've got some scores in here. What is this for? I'm in the age group in the Open, and it looks like in my area, I was 241st, which is pretty awesome, right? To think that, hey, I'm not dead last. So if you look down at the bottom, you can see there's 208 pages of 50 people. So I'm only 5 pages in. My name's on the board. So there's 208 other pages of people behind me, and there's 50 people per page. So, I mean, I feel pretty good, right? If I'm not last, well, if I'm last, then I have somewhere to move up to. If I usually, I mean, what is that? 50 times, so it'd be 100. So there's 1,000. No, there's 10,000 people competing in this group, right? 205 would be 1,000, but another 0, that's 10,000 people. So the chances of you being dead last or first are super low because, you know, the whole bell-shaped curve thing. Anyway, if I click in onto my name, that should have taken me view profile. You can see the places over time. So I started, well, actually, I'm not sure if 2011 was the first one. They just maybe didn't save the data back then. But anyway, I got it 2011 through 24. So it's kind of fun to see where you've fallen throughout time. Interestingly enough, for the gym, I do pop to the top normally because I can do some of the weird skills. For the world, it's kind of funny to see your rank inside the worldwide, so the Open. And then if you do the next one, like if you make it to the qualifier, so I was like page 5. In the people who made it to the next stage, I was dead last. I was like all the way to the backside because it filtered out all the other people in the bell-shaped curve, right? So it's humbling, but super fun. Anyway, so that's part of it. I'm going to go ahead and register right now. And this is what we're doing. So another piece of what we are looking at for you guys for the future is there's something called Hyrox, and we're looking at becoming a Hyrox affiliate. And so we're investigating what that means and how that would work. There is also something called Deka Fit from the people who produces the Spartan race, and we're looking to become a Deka Fit affiliate as well. And what does that mean to you? It just means we may have like a Monday and Wednesday class at 7 p.m. or 9:30 a.m. or something dedicated to helping other people train in these events. So they're very known and knowable events that you could train for. We actually used to do this way back in the day, and we called it Fire Breather Challenge. Actually, let me pull that up. It's pretty funny. Okay, I'll describe it to you guys listening. So we were at Mobile, and we were inside their convention center. We had built walls to hop over. We had walls and ropes to climb up. We had a balance beam where you had to carry a wall ball over. We had rowers. We had push a weight underneath some ropes. I mean, basically, the stuff that you're seeing, we pretty much had out there. these people screwing around on the rower. And it was inside the convention center, basically exactly like what they're doing. The problem is we were too early with it. So we had this posted in 2011, so that's 14 years ago, but nobody was really ready for an event like that. So we were, that guy right here, Eric Richards, Wes, and Shane were the brainchildren behind that. I was just the labor force on it, but they were ahead of their time. That's all I can say. We also did it on the outside at Rope Mill one time. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, there was a tire. I don't know what we had to do with the tire. Did we have to flip it? There was something with the tire. I just don't remember. It was so long ago. Anyway, this stuff is fun. We're going to see if we can bring it back and give you guys more opportunity, as well as reach out to more crowd. There are people who are looking to train in this. It's basically doing CrossFit, except very specific. So we figured, we might be able to help them. All right, guys, that is what we got for you. Hopefully you see that there is a lot of fun and you're encouraged to participate, because I'm telling you, it's going to be a blast and we're going to do it anyway. All right, y'all take care.